Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back, mashallah. Before the break, we were just discussing an amazing food which is, in fact, the most anti-inflammatory food on the planet. Amazingly good, much better than 60% better than, यानी कि 60% better than your ginger, 60% better than turmeric. It's so good for arthritis symptoms. I mean, so many guys have arthritis. Just in Scotland, 1.5 million people have arthritis. And what do they take? The most commonly taken medicine to reduce inflammation is ibuprofen. But that also ruins your gut and gives you leaky gut syndrome, which causes a whole plethora of different symptoms. But this supplement is amazing, and in fact, it's the most anti-inflammatory supplement in the world. Guess which one this is? You've all heard of black seed oil, habbatus sauda, cumin seed oil. This cumin seed or black seed oil, scientific research is saying, regarding which Rasulullah has said in the hadith, that it's cure for everything apart from death. It's an amazing supplement. Modern research is saying that it's the most anti-inflammatory food on the planet, and inflammation is the root cause of all illnesses in this 21st century. Therefore, it's a no-brainer. Everybody should be taking a teaspoon twice a day of black seed oil. Medical News Today, this is the publication, explains that the active ingredient in black seed oil is known as thymoquinone. This thymoquinone is the active ingredient that reduces inflammation. Not just inflammation, it's antioxidant, antimicrobial. It can support wound healing, reduce blood pressure, and even potentially combat cancer. How? And this is what Rasulullah said, that cures everything apart from death. Isn't that amazing? Habbatus sauda. Many people take this, mashallah. Why? Because they are believers and they follow the words of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Sadiqul Masduq, Rasul Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now science is saying as well that these people were absolutely correct to do so, and that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was amazingly correct. And وَمَا يَنْتِقُ عَنِ الْحَوَىٰ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَىٰ. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam isn't just speaking from his own desires or conjecture, rather it's a revelation which has been revealed to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So black seed oil you must continue to take. Here we are. Study published in Science Direct. The above was Medical News Today. This is Science Direct 2021. The study was published in this Science Direct. It showed that thymoquinone indeed has anti-inflammatory properties, antioxidant properties, anti-apoptotic properties in severe disorders such as chronic inflammation, as well as asthma, hypertension, diabetes, bronchitis, headache, eczema, fever, dizziness, and influenza. Look at the words of Rasulullah, that is a cure for everything. And you've got pretty much, inflammation is at the root of all illnesses. If inflammation is controlled, everything is controlled. Ajeeb, ये जो है एक ऐसी यानी कि सप्लीमेंट है, खुराकी दवाई है कि जो आपके ये जो क्यूमिन है, जो हल्दी है, इससे भी बेहतर, और जो अदरक है इससे भी बेहतर 60%, बल्कि पूरी दुनिया के अंदर सबसे ज़्यादा एंटी इन्फ्लामेटरी जो खुराक है वो ये हब्बतुस सौदा, जिसके बारे में हदीस के अंदर भी ज़िक्र है कि हर बीमारी का गोए के इलाज इसी के अंदर है। और आपके सामने मैंने ये जो साइंस डायरेक्ट की स्टडी सन 2021 के अंदर जो पब्लिश की गई है कि ये जो हब्बतुस सौदा के जो तेल होता है, ब्लैक सीड का जो तेल होता है, तो ये इन्फ्लेमेशन के लिए, आस्मा के लिए, हाइपरटेंशन के लिए, डायबिटीज़ के लिए, ब्रोंकाइटिस के लिए, हेडेक्स के लिए, एक्जिमा के लिए, फीवर के लिए, डिजीनेस के लिए, इन्फ्लुएंजा के लिए, हर चीज़, इसके अलावा और कितनी बीमारियां हैं जिनके लिए ये बहुत ही फ़ायदेमंद है, क्योंकि ये इन्फ्लेमेशन को कम करती है। और जब इन्फ्लेमेशन कम होता है तो हर बीमारी ख़त्म हो जाती रहती है, ख़त्म हो जाती है, क्योंकि बीमारी का असल जो वजह होती है ये जो इन्फ्लेमेशन ये होती है। अगर इन्फ्लेमेशन कम है या ख़त्म हो गई हो तो बिल्कुल जिस तरह मासूम बच्चे होते हैं माशाल्लाह इन एन अमेजिंग इक्विलिब्रियम ऑफ हेल्थ, तो इन्फ्लेमेशन अगर किसी की कम हो गई तो गोया कि उसकी जो सेहत है वो सीधा ऊपर चली जाएगी। तो हर दिन ये जो ब्लैक सीड जो है ना, जो हम कहते हैं कलुंजी का जो तेल है, तो हर दिन इसके 2 चम्मच लेने चाहिए। कलुंजी का जो तेल अजीब, ये साइंस के यानी कि अजीब अजीब स्टडीज़ निकली हैं। साइंस डायरेक्ट सन 2021 के अंदर और मेडिकल न्यूज़ टुडे के अंदर भी ये साबित हुआ है कि कलुंजी का जो तेल है इसके ज़रिए यानी आदमी के ये जो ब्लड प्रेशर भी कम होता है, पोटेंशली कैंसर के भी कोई के इलाज हो सकता है इंशाअल्लाह, और बाकी जो ज़ख़म वगैरह है उनको भी पूरी तौर पर मरम्मत इसके साथ की जा सकती है। तो हर आदमी, अगर ये हमारे सामने ये साइंस के रिजल्ट्स ना भी होते, हमारे रसूल करीम नबी करीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने हदीस के अंदर फरमाया है, तो हमारा काम है कि रसूल करीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के यानी कि हदीस पर अमल करना। और रसूल असम यानी जो बात फरमाते थे सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम, तो कुरान शरीफ के अंदर है कि वमा यंतिकु अनिल हवा, कि रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम अपने मनमानी बात नहीं फरमाते, बल्कि वही यूहा, वही थी जो आप पर वही की जाती, ये बातें आप फरमाते। तो दैट्स सो अमेजिंग, दैट समथिंग वी हैव हर्ड ऑफ सो मच एंड नाउ साइंस इज बैकिंग दिस अप। So black seed oil, get the best you can get. Look, the Mayo Clinic, very famous clinic, some say one of the best clinics in the world. They also say that it's so good for inflammation, swelling, pain, and this is easily obtained by taking this black seed oil twice a day, every single day. People start taking things like gabapentin and other things. They just need to take black seed oil for 3 weeks and just यानी कि reap the benefits, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। अच्छा, तो ये हो गया ब्लैक सीड ऑयल के फ़ायदे। अब हम we're going to finish off with inshallah 11 reasons why too much sugar is bad for you. And again, sugar causes inflammation, sugar causes cancer to explode. All illnesses, the root cause is sugar. Sugar is more addictive than even cocaine. Sugar is so dangerous. And then, you know, inna lillahi wa rajiun, they don't teach you the harms of sugar in school. If they did, then the health of the nation would go up so high, mashallah, but they don't do so. Why they don't do so? Allahu a'lam wa ilmuhu atam, I don't know. But yeah, we need to educate our children about the dangers of sugar. That sugar is, you know, in any shape, way or form, refined. Every food, in fact, to see how much sugar is in a product, look at the ingredients, wherever it goes in kind of order of the amount in. So whatever is written first, that is a lot more. So it'll be wheat, and then it'll say sugars. So you can be, you know, you can be certain that the second most frequent amount or most amount in that product is sugar. So whatever sugar is on the list, that's how much it is inside the product. So weight gain, empty calories, you're just getting weights and empty calories which are piling on the fat on your body with no benefit. Heart disease, how many guys, the biggest killer in the world, heart disease, and the Asians are right on the top. Moving on to acne, type 2 diabetes, cancer, depression, skin aging, cellular aging, your cells are aging so quickly, feeling of having no energy, it drains energy. Not to mention your immune system for so many hours after you have some sugar is depleted and it's suppressed. Fatty liver, we mentioned fatty liver, how dangerous fatty liver is when it comes to your weight not being lost and having other symptoms like eczema and psoriasis and acne and eye bags and cellulitis and stomach issues. So let's start with the first one, weight gain. I mentioned before, in one fizzy drink you have 9 teaspoons, and some of the fizzy drinks have 16.5 teaspoons and some are 14.5 teaspoons, mentioning no names. A drink beginning with Mountain something, 16.5 teaspoons. Another Coke, Cherry Coke, 14 teaspoons. So this is also what causes our liver to just start becoming ill and you get fatty liver, and then you can get cirrhosis of the liver. All sugar. Sugar causes all these. And high sugar diets have been associated with an increased risk of many diseases, including heart disease. But then again, we keep having that sugary drink, or the sugary foods, or the biscuits, or the desserts. We forget until, Allah forbid, we end up in A&E with a heart attack, with a stroke, with the complication of diabetes, where you have to have your, toes amputated, or you have Alzheimer's, or you have dementias. Was it worth it? Certainly not. So sugar needs to be stopped. Stop sugar. Very dangerous. And if you have to have something which is sweet, then get the best quality honey you can afford. It's Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and even more Monday, Thursday fasting. So it can cause weight gain. We know that. I mentioned 2 weeks ago exactly how much weight you gain if you have one fizzy drink every day. And I know people who have a bottle every day. So number 2 can increase your risk of heart disease. Number 3. Acha. So evidence suggests that high sugar diets can lead to obesity. We know that. And inflammation. We know that as well. And also high triglycerides, blood sugar, and blood pressure levels, all to do with sugar. Imagine you have this on a drink, that this drink contains sugar, which is implicated in causing all these things. Do you think you still have that drink? I think you will, because some people just don't realize the consequences, and they live for the moment. Acha. Number 3, linked to acne. Diet high in refined carbs, including sugary drinks and foods, has been associated with the higher risk of developing acne. Also, if you have chickens which are not free range or organic, they're full of hormones. This will also cause a hormonal imbalance, one of the symptoms of which is acne, and there's plenty other symptoms as well, like polycystic ovaries, etc., etc. Many population studies have shown that rural communities, not inner city, that eat traditional non-processed foods have much, much lower rates of acne compared to a more urban, high-income areas, because they have traditional food. We need to get back to the traditional foods and stop these sugars. Number 4, the dangers of sugar. Increases your risk of type 2 diabetes. We know that. Just a fizzy drink a day increases your risk of getting diabetes 67 and 70%. If you have the sugar-free variety, it's 70%. If you have the normal fizzy, it's 67. Yeah. The prevalence of diabetes over the last 30 years has more than doubled. The prevalence of diabetes has doubled in the last 30 years. They were concerned with people having diabetes and other issues. That's why they commissioned the 7 countries study. We told them about the dangers of having too much fats and eggs. So for 30 years they had cornflakes and bran flakes, and look what's happened. Diabetes has doubled. So now they're saying we were wrong. In fact, one of the best foods of high blood pressure, guess what it is? Meat. Meat is one of the best foods, and I have it. If you want the hawala or the reference, I'll give it to you. Meat is one of the best foods, not processed meat. The best meat you can find, Wagyu beef, Angus beef, is one of the best foods for not just diabetes, but also for high blood pressure. Subhanallah. Eggs now, they're saying have as much eggs as you want when it comes to the whites, and have no more than, I think, 4 yolks a week, or is it 2 yolks? Where did that come from? From have no eggs to have as much as you want, because they were completely wrong. Moving on to increases your risk of cancer. Sugar increases your risk of cancer. A diet rich in sugary foods and beverages can lead to obesity, which can significantly increase your risk of cancer. Significantly. High sugar causes inflammation in the body, which can cause insulin resistance, or both of these two things. High insulin resistance and inflammation can cause cancers. Cancer doesn't just come out of the blue from the cloud to you. It's created in the body, and this inflammation caused by excessive sugars causes cancers. The gut being in a bad state, again caused by liver toxicities, causes cancer. So, prevention is better than cure. Prevention is much better than cure, and the prevention is in the lifestyle of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Live the lifetime of Rasulullah. The rich and the famous are doing it. You and I, the ummatis of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, are abandoning it. How perverse is that? Live the life of Rasulullah. Go sleep early, wake early, read for the men, namaz with Jamaat, fast Monday, Thursday. Have olive oil, have figs, have talbina, have this habbat sauda kulunji oil. Look after your teeth with miswak. Speak the truth. So many things are amazingly holistic lifestyle. I was doing a Jummah in Sheffield, may I accept, and I talked about the ayat. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. The most comprehensive ayat in the Quran, according to Imam Tabari, who's narrating it from Sayyidina Ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhu. This ayat, Allah orders you to be just, wal ihsan, and to do good to your fellow humans, wa ita'i dhil qurba, and to give to your cousins, wa yanha 'anil fahsha, and forbids for you all kinds of shamefulness, wa yanhaakum al fahsha wal munkar, and from evil, wal baghi, and from rebellion. Ya'idukum la'allakum tadhakkarun. Allah is advising you so you can become advised. Sayyidina Ibn Abbas says that this is the most comprehensive ayat in the Quran. Amazing. So many Sahaba Kiram became Muslims after hearing this ayat. Hazrat Uthman ibn Mad'un radiyallahu anhu, a close boyhood, childhood friend of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who initially didn't become Muslim, when he heard this ayat, he was saying with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Rasulullah called him, he said, come on Usman, sit next to me, let's talk, don't worry about your reputation, no one's here now, you can sit down, let's catch up. So Usman ibn Mad'un loved Rasulullah, he sat with Rasulullah, then he noticed Rasulullah looking in the sky. So he said, Ya Rasulullah, I noticed you looking in the sky. Rasulullah said, did you notice? He said, yes. He said, it was Sayyidina Jibreel Amin, he brought a wahi to me. Would you like to hear? Usman bin Mad'un said, yes. Rasulullah Kareem read the ayat, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْمُرُ بِالْعَدْلِ وَالْإِحْسَانِ وَإِيتَاءِ ذِي الْقُرْبَى وَيَنْهَى عَنِ الْفَحْشَاءِ وَالْمُنكَرِ وَالْبَغْيِ يَعِظُكُمْ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَذَكَّرُونَ. Allahu Akbar. Hazrat Usman bin Mad'un said, amazing, became Muslim. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. He passed away after that shortly, and Rasulullah buried himself, was very upset, and he put a marker there, a stone, a rock. He said, this is where I'm going to, inshallah, bury my family. And he said, what an amazing person, we've sent such a good representative to Allah Ta'ala. Amazing person. That was other Sahabis. Aqsam Sayfi, very known as one of the wisest people of Arabia, when he heard this ayat from his son-in-law, he stayed inside for 24 hours, didn't come outside the house. Then he came out and he called his tribe. He said, come. He said, this ayat, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْمُرُ بِالْعَدْلِ وَالْإِحْسَانِ وَإِيتَاءِ ذِي الْقُرْبَى وَيَنْهَى عَنِ الْفَحْشَاءِ وَالْمُنكَرِ وَالْبَغْيِ يَعِظُكُمْ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَذَكَّرُونَ. This ayat is forbidding all evil and enjoining all good. He said, I become a Muslim, you become Muslim as well. His entire tribe became Muslim, and they came to visit Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the Medina Munawwara. Subhanallah. So amazing ayat of Quran, and if we follow these ayats and other sunnahs of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we will live an amazing life. We don't need to look at other things. Science is corroborating it. We don't need science. It just should increase our iman. Things that Rasulullah sallallahu told us 14,500 years ago, they are scientifically being proven now. Subhanallah, what else do you want to gain about the truthfulness of Islam? The things that Rasulullah told the Arabs, the Sahaba Kiram 14,500 years ago in the hot suns of Arabia are coming true now. Science, cutting edge science is telling us the importance of these things, and yet still we turn away and we don't follow the sunnah of Rasulullah. So number 5, danger of sugar. It can may increase the risk of cancer, inflammation, and insulin resistance. A study in over 22,500 people, spanning over 9 years, found that increased sugar consumption from sugar sweetened beverages was associated with a greater risk of prostate cancer. Very dangerous. Number 6, sugar can affect your moods. It can increase your risk of depression. A healthy diet can make you feel happy and improve your mood. A bad diet full of sugar and processed foods can make you feel depressed. High sugar has been linked to cognitive dysfunction, impairments, memory problems, emotional disorders like anxiety and depression. It's all, it's all there. Researchers believe that chronic systemic inflammation, insulin resistance, and disruptive dopamine reward signaling system, all of which can cause your symptoms, psychological symptoms. Number 7. In fact, before we go to number 7, another older study of over 69,000 ladies demonstrated that those with the highest intakes of added sugars had significantly greater risk of depression than those who didn't. Skin aging, it messes your skin up. The collagen, elasticin, that proteins that keep your skin stretchy, it damages these proteins. So you get, you age before your time. Your firmness of skin goes and it begins to sag. Number 8, cellular aging. Your cells become very, 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 very old. And then number 9, it drains your energy. And I can go on and go on and go on. Fatty, number 10, it can lead to fatty disease, fatty liver disease. I've mentioned to you about fatty liver disease. Sugar can do this. Specifically HFCs, high fructose corn syrups, which are found in most things. This just ruined your liver. May Allah keep us safe from these illnesses. May Allah be pleased. May Allah be happy with us and help us follow the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I hope you benefited. Until next week, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Jazakallah khair.